is for a mature audience only.
It's time! It's time! It's
Triple threat!
Triple threat is in effect.
Suplex City, bitch, on the mothership.
Welcome to another episode of Triple Threat. I am Big Daddy.
Sweet!
To my right.
I mean, Jesus, it's like if they changed the covering of the Ding Dong to like vanilla. I mean, come on, what the hell, man?
And the myth, the legend, the prank.
For every action, there's a reaction. And a Piker reaction. It's quite a fucking thing.
What could you say about G3 that hasn't already been said about Marty Jannetty?
My shoes cost more than your house!
Triple threat is in effect.
And we're back with another episode of Triple Threat. I am Big Daddy. To my right, the California Kid.
Yo.
And on the phone, the myth, the legend, the pipe.
Even on spring break, I still don't want to hang out with y'all.
Well, it's good to see you.
And by the way, Big D, I already forgot how that theme song goes.
Oh.
The theme music, the whatever. See, I can't even remember what it is. So.
Well, as
Well.
well, Pike just said it's spring break, and we got some good news.
Yes, we have great news. My co-host is Jack, my dog, who's sitting here on the couch right now.
Well, I know how that's good, but
He don't feel like until his contract's signed, he's not going to say anything. So cool. He's a stubborn dog.
okay.
I'm sorry. Go on.
So, a few days ago, WWE and a bunch of outlets have reported that Daniel Bryan has finally been cleared by doctors to come back and wrestle.
Woo!
Heck yeah.
Man, that's a Walt Disney movie waiting to happen.
Yeah. I think it was it a year ago or 2 years ago?
It was about 2 years ago. Can you picture it now? See kid like in a movie and right when it seems hopeless, that song from the Karate Kid starts playing like "You're the best."
Yeah.
And then they came on, I'm clear. There you go. That's the move.
I gotta talk about something about that, because speaking of Karate Kid.
Oh, yeah, I know exactly what you're going to say. I saw the trailer.
I'll get into that at the end. But,
we'll get into that.
I'm definitely subscribing to YouTube Red. I gotta see this.
Oh, yeah.
We'll talk about that in a minute. But,
wonderful news from Daniel. He looks great. You can tell during having that very emotional for him. I almost felt, me and Fancy almost cried watching that. It was such a great thing. And thank God for Brie Bella keeping him on the straight and narrow, like keeping him focused and, striving to that goal. And, it was such a great night.
Yeah.
And, seeing him move around, you get beat up by Owens and Zayn was great, Not great that he was beat up, but great that he was taking it,
Well, as Spike was talking about, he did a speech at the beginning of Smackdown, thanking the fans and telling about how he was hoping that this day would come, because I forgot how many doctors he went to. He went to a bunch of doctors.
Yeah.
He went to a lot, yeah.
And apparently he tried one more time, and he even asked the doctor that was in charge to give him a doctor, and if they say no, that was going to be it. And he went to the doctor, and they cleared him.
Yeah.
So all I gotta say is I'm glad for Daniel Bryan. He's one of my favorites. I just hope that he readjusts his style of wrestling, because
What he said, and they said they're gonna evaluate him after every match.
yeah, but he
Better
certainly
think they're sorry,
yeah, but he certainly can't take those bumps like he used to. I mean,
No.
when
Definitely no more headbutts.
No more suicide dives, yo.
yeah,
Yeah.
and when Kevin Owens did that powerbomb on the side of the ring, I was like, God, Kevin, you idiot! What the hell? Because the shades of Sting and Finn Balor with
God.
Seth Rollins.
That was a sad tragedy because Sting was going to get the belt that night.
Yeah, but I wasn't no shades on Kevin Owens because I know Kevin probably was gonna take care of him and all that. But I kind of cringed when that happened. Like, ugh.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
But it was awesome seeing him doing the kicks and all that. And it's here's hoping that everything is fine and that Daniel Bryan gets back to the way he was, or even better. I mean, you look at stars who came back like from a year or so off. I mean, Shawn Michaels did, Austin did,
Yeah.
and they went on to have good, stellar careers. Especially Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, you always got to take that breaker, and then some of the greats always took the career breaker, and then came back, and they had better careers.
Yeah, the most happiest one was Shinsuke Nakamura.
Oh yeah.
Because wasn't that the whole reason why he came to WWE?
Like Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, to fight Daniel Bryan. So they probably gonna do that and him versus AJ,
Yeah.
which should be good.
Those are some good matches there. Those right there are some good matches. Those are matches that are needed because they need to be able to compete with New Japan right now, man. New Japan's starting to catch like some serious fire. Like they need to keep up with them in terms of quality, man. Because Omega's starting to pull people in.
Wasn't the champion on not ECW but ESPN? The champion. What's the guy's name?
Are you doing Okada?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I saw that he was on ESPN not too long ago.
Yeah, they're starting to get major coverage.
Exactly.
Yeah. But with Daniel Bryan pretty much coming back into action, it's left a big void with the SmackDown as of last week. Shane relieved himself as GM after what he did at Fastlane and was taken out by Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. So maybe it's him and Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania, but then again, the news that he had a groin injury, so that match is up in the air. It's not set in stone what they're gonna do between Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and Daniel Bryan. But news has been coming out that Hulk Hogan might be coming back and taking the spot of Daniel Bryan.
Oh, brother.
I don't know how to feel about this. The whole reason why Hogan's been gone is because of the comments that he made during his sex tape about Brooke Hogan and her boyfriend at the time. And now there's been rumors that him and WWE have been talks to do some stuff. WWE came out and released a statement saying that he's not signed with the company, but they have been talking.
Contract. Yeah.
It'd probably be more for like an ambassador role or behind the scenes kind of thing. I don't see him becoming the GM of SmackDown.
I don't think he would do the ambassador role, especially with the climate as it is nowadays.
I just think like when we live in a society of forgiveness is a possibility.
Well, here's the thing. With WWE, you can never say never.
Like these other celebrities who really fucked up bad, and some of them are like, it seems like all is well. It just wouldn't surprise me if eventually they take them back, but not on TV.
You just got to keep his mouth shut and keep his nose clean. I mean, really, because the damage was almost irreparable to his career. I mean.
Yeah, the Hillbilly Jim wants them to induct him in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, they were saying that that's one of the reasons why they were in contact with him, because Hillbilly Jim wants him to induct him into the Hall of Fame, seeing as Hogan was the reason why he got a job with the WWE.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like, I wouldn't do that either, but it's going to take a long, he's still ways off.
Yeah.
It don't matter. He's got golfer money, so he's just fine.
I mean, he's got Gawker money, but is he getting like all that money? Because I think they said that.
Well, it was for 100 something. Now it's like they sell for like 30 something million.
Well, I don't know. I mean, but it's going to take a lot, especially like in this day and age. Will with PC climate and all these people going after people, it's just hard to say, especially with WWE being open, an open brand now with investors and all that.
Yeah,
So it's no telling.
it was a money game.
Yeah, but let's talk about the women's battle royal. A couple of days ago, WWE had put out a memo saying that they were going to do a women's battle royal, which honestly made no sense to me because we just got done with a women's Royal Rumble. But
No, why? Because they figure any big event they got the men do it, they're gonna have the women do it.
pretty much,
Yeah, what are you talking
I
about?
mean, that's pretty much what it's been. Since Money in the Bank, Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber, you might as well do make sure all these girls get their checks too, you know?
yeah, that too. But anyway,
This is like,
I know.
this card already feels like going to be a lot of these matches going to be hard to call. Now you're just throwing in that damn Battle Royal. It's like a woman's Battle Royal.
Yeah, but so they was gonna do one just like the Andre Giant Battle Royal, and they was gonna call it the Fabulous Moolah Battle Royal. Apparently, that was a bad idea because they got a lot of heat for a lot of people on Twitter about it because of all the things that were said about Moolah. There was allegations that she pimped women out
It
to her
was
voters.
well. What happened was that there was also it had a lot to do with the documentary that was on Netflix for a long time about lipstick, leather, and lace or something like that, where it was about it really had just about it told the history of women's wrestling, but then within the interviews, like every woman on there had something bad or negative to say about the Fabulous Moolah. And I mean, every one of them had something bad to say about her, and we're talking like everybody, like we're talking. You would think that they were somewhat apprehensive about giving any positives to Billy Wolf and his wife, but it's just the fact that even though she had the title for an insane amount of time, it was just the fact that Moolah kind of took on Billy Wolf's role and started using everybody, her and her husband, and apparently they were saying like she was pimping them out and stuff, and they were saying that she would take portions of their money, and and she would kind of just pirate the thing.
I mean, what gets me is apparently they said that was the reason why they didn't do the Mae Young Classic, the Moolah Classic, because WWE already knew the stuff being out there. And for some reason, I guess Stephanie Hunter thought that people would be forgiving, and they called it that.
Not for that, because it also there's a story about. Well, a lot of people know that what happened. This was a famous one, but there was also the first screw job that took place with when there was a champion that Vince and see. One of Vince's champions, I think I think didn't she get inducted this year? One of the women's who was the one that came after Moolah? The
Wendy Richter?
Yeah, the Wendy Richter
She got
screw
done
job.
like 10, 15 years ago.
I know, but
back when they were doing the little short things before they became big.
Wendy got screwed over by Moolah publicly one time because Vince had her go out there and she was the Black Widow or whatever it was, and the
Black Spider.
Yeah, the Black Spider. She came out and she pretty much pulled a Shawn Michaels on her. But then there was no
screw job.
Yeah, that was the original screw job. So it's just Moolah has so much dirt on her. I think it was just like you were going to get a backlash, and nobody expected to be. But that documentary had a lot to do with it because I watched the documentary.
I honestly did not know any of that.
Huh?
Like, I had no idea about that much. It went that far, and
Oh yeah.
I think his cousin reached out to Rita Doodle, like, told me about it, like, more, and I was like, wow, that's crazy. And that was a great video. They did for it.
Yeah, I think.
And, you know, women's battle royal still sounds awesome. I mean,
Yeah, it's still good. I mean, whatever. I just could see why they pulled her.
Just, it would have been cool if they would have called it the Trish Stratus Battle Royal.
I think they said it was too early.
And they made.
Well, I mean, it would have been a great way to save face, though.
And how long?
The odds that something on change.org with the signatures actually pull something off,
The WWE is known to do things like this though, because you remember when they wanted to clean up, they didn't want to give the longest women's title reign, so they changed it. Now they changed it to Nikki Bella's. They took it from was it AJ Lee? They took it from her.
AJ Lee. Yeah,
I think that.
What was the order? First it was Marie, then AJ broke that record, then Nikki broke that record.
Yeah, but they kind of rushed Nikki to break that record because they didn't want to have AJ Lee's name on anything historically. They kind of did that to get back at CM Punk, and then I think they're doing that with Asuka. I think the reason why Asuka's had the belt for that many years is because they're trying to let her kind of just go ahead and kill the Moolah record.
Oh, well, Moolah, is not here to defend herself.
Mm-mm.
But you got a bunch of.
Well, she admitted to it in the documentary. That's the thing. She almost flat out admitted she did these things in the documentary.
Well,
So I mean,
did she go to Martha Stewart around? She was just doing what everybody else was doing.
I mean, she mostly just said, she was about business, and she said, she explains us saying, that's why they call me. I was gonna get my money. She said, these girls, they wouldn't have never made it without me. She kept talking about, I'm the one.
Money part, but there was other ones about she was sending them to have sex with the wrestlers and the promoters.
Well, she said she had to do that. She said when what is that woman's name? The woman who's like the first champion who had the championship because of her husband Billy Wolf. What's called Bradshaw always talks about her. Whoever she was Bertha, whatever her name was. But
Bertha Faye?
No, I can't remember her name right now. But she was that woman. She was the champion before Moolah was the champion. They said she and Billy Wolf put the women through that. So Moolah said she just. That's the way Moolah explained it. She said she kind of explained like it was tradition. She just knew it was a hard time when it was wrestling. We had to do. That's the way she said it.
Yeah. But yeah. What's up?
How many NXT girls are gonna show up for this thing?
Well, I would say Amber Moon.
Yeah.
This big rumor that Iconic Duo might show up.
Probably. But I would say about 3.
So that'd be Amber Moon and the duo then.
And the Pirate Princess.
You don't think Carly Sane might do it?
Maybe.
Maybe. No, not Brad.
Next show we do, I'm gonna bring up the 4 women that came up in our story too. Is the fact that
Chew and swallow first.
there were 4 black women that wrestled during that time, and they talk about, and there's videos on YouTube of them. They were really good. There were 4 black women that never get recognized, but they actually headlined Madison Square Garden shows. It was amazing. They said they had to hide whenever they came down to the southern states. They had to hide them in trunks. They had to hide them in the trunk of the car.
Yeah.
Before they brought them in.
But it is what it is.
Did you have anything you wanted to share about the NXT girls showing up?
Oh, I just hope they, if they bring the NXT girls in, you got to put Shayna Baszler in there. I mean, come on. Give me some Shayna Baszler.
Aren't they supposed to be like in a triple threat match?
Is it Baszler or Baszler?
Shayna Baszler.
Oh, Baszler. Okay, Baszler.
Yeah.
Well, it depends how they're both going to be doing after TakeOver then, I guess.
Because, like, isn't Amber Moon and the Pirate Princess supposed to be in a triple threat match?
I'll be watching. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But, here's what it is. And this, like I said, with the whole situation with this climate, the way it is, and plus niggas getting mad and all that, they had to change the name. So let's move on to something else. Let's talk about the Ultimate Deletion.
Oh my god.
The TNA one was so much better.
The TNA one was so much better, but this one.
Why? It's because you have more freedom with it.
Yeah. I mean, we pretty much.
It was still enjoyable. It was still entertaining. Just watered down.
But still, for Raw, to see something like that happen on Raw, you would never thought you'd see that happen on Raw. That's just the attitude there.
Really, it was. I never thought it was gonna go that far. Gracie and Cedar Benjamin and Vanguard won, and Reby doing their thing.
I mean, we all knew when WWE was going to come after Matt Hardy and Jeff that they were going to water it down than what it was at TNA.
You see online where people were saying Vince thought this wasn't going to work at all, thought it was going to be terrible.
No.
That's why Michael Cole kept apologizing before it.
Yeah, Michael Cole got heat. They were pissed.
Yeah, like when they were about to show the whole thing, he apologized. I mean, that's some crazy shit.
Who trashes a match right before it happens?
Well, it's no telling if it was Michael Cole's personal beliefs or
Kevin
was
Dunn.
it Vince or Kevin Dunn.
Man.
But it was a good. It wasn't good as the TNA run, but it was still good. Like Pike said, we got to see Reby, Matt's two sons, Senior Benjamin. They had the fireworks.
I love that.
That was cool.
They had the lawnmower from when he was attacking Jeff and trying to run over Bray.
I know it wasn't going to happen, but it wouldn't be possible. It would have been great. It would have been funny if Bo Dallas showed up and got thrown in that lake.
Oh yeah,
a mini Bray Wyatt. There's been no connection.
You mean Husky Harris?
Like we're not supposed to know their brothers.
Talking about their brothers. Talking about their brothers.
Yeah, but a lot of people was hoping that when he got put into the lake, they come back with Husky Harris, and I'm like, Bray would have to cut off his hair.
I was thinking like a mini IRS, like it would have been IRS, like his dad.
Yeah, but the whole scene with Jeff was pretty cool.
Yeah, very creepy.
Yeah.
He wasn't behind the wheel, so it's all good.
Yeah.
But we had Bray Wyatt get pretty much thrown into the lake, and Senior Benjamin said he couldn't be found. So I guess Bray Wyatt's pretty much deleted. Now there's rumors about him getting repackaged. Do you think that they're really going to repackage him?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, doing something extra dramatic that's called a lake of, what's it called again? A lake of recreation?
Reincarnation, I think.
Reincarnation, I imagine so. I mean, it's sad because that's just a great minute. The whole thing with the butters and all, but it feels like you do all that and then nothing happens. That's a little weird. Something changes.
If they're gonna do this, they need to have him. They need to go ahead and do maybe a twist on the Husky Harris character. Maybe something happens to where he comes back as Husky Harris for a while, but then like some freakish happens and remembers who he is, and then
he's too skinny to be Husky Harris now. He lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Remember when he was Husky Harris? He was huge.
Yeah, he was massive.
Lost the weight.
Yeah. But hopefully they give him something good to work with. Kind of sad that it had to be before WrestleMania. But like I said, it was good. not as good as the TNA version. So we'll see what they're gonna do with Matt Hardy, Woken Matt, with him entering into the Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
Yeah.
I think he's going to win it.
You think him?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, what else are they going to do with it?
I mean, this will be a great time for NXT guys to Corbin did.
But what NXT guy should do you think they're going to call up?
Give that to?
Who do you think they're going to call up?
They don't need to call up anybody. They got too much talent right now. They need to call up anybody.
See, that would be cool. Coming back, Michael Given to McIntyre.
That would be nice, but that'd be the only one I can see.
He's going to come back to the main roster, and if he is ready, I'd give it to Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, I can see
Well,
that.
kind of like current main roster, who would really need it? Really need that show.
Other than Matt,
Night Dillinger, maybe?
no.
They're not doing anything with him.
It's going to be soon time for them to do something with Ty Dillinger. They need to put him on an Intercontinental title run or something, like a damn U.S. title.
He is talented. I mean,
Mid-card level title run. He needs to get he needs a run on something.
What? I don't know. Like maybe Logan won't get back. Like those would be my top two. I would think about either Woken Matt or Ty Dillinger.
Yeah.
Definitely don't give it to Mojo again.
No.
Or Baron Corbin.
That went nowhere.
Yeah, that went nowhere. Yeah, don't give it to Corbin.
But
Hell, if it was possible, make it a team winner, give it to her rival.
Yeah.
If they stop getting injured, that is.
yeah. So let's get to this. During Raw, we had an encounter with Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar.
Finally.
And last week, Brock Lesnar came out and completely beat the crap out of Roman Reigns after he got arrested because he got supposedly suspended.
Supposedly, yeah.
And beat up U.S. Marshals. And Brock just pretty much put in the work on Roman Reigns. And then he pretty much pulled a Stone Cold. He beat him up once, then came back out and beat him up again on the stretcher. And you can pretty much tell WWE messed with the audio because, from reports that the fans were cheering Brock as he was beat up on Reigns. So
when they're live though, they can't do that when it's live, right?
Actually, they can.
Yeah.
They can drown out the sound and add the sound
they want
into, because they did it before with Reigns when they tried to get him over the first time.
But, they kind of gave it away with the cheers when he kept coming back.
Yeah.
I kind of gave it away, but yeah.
But
you remember? Hey, did you remember our friend Adrian?
Yeah.
You know, he's a cop, and he was critiquing how they put the cuffs on Reigns.
Oh my God.
Yeah, somebody else was saying about that too.
It could have caused nerve damage.
Yeah, somebody else was saying that the actors were putting it on wrong and could have fucked up his wrist and all that.
So in that case, thank God it wasn't as bad as it could have been.
Yeah.
And so I'm glad it did put that to rest. I'm glad Brock did show up for this, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically just beat the crap out of Roman.
I just don't know what WWE wants. I mean, no matter what you do, people are going to cheer Brock. We said it before, we said it again.
They're going to cheer.
They're going to cheer him. And
they're going to cheer him. Oh, he's going to get one of those. If not no loud, at least one of the top, like loud top.
Yeah.
You know?
But
shock me at all. And they can keep trying, and I did it good.
It's never going to work.
Too. You don't know. We don't know. They're going to be as loud as Brock. I'm rooting for Roman.
Yeah, and then last night on Raw, Paul pretty much said that the suspension was lifted and that Roman was here, and then yes sir, Roman showed up and they fought, but Roman got beat again by Brock.
He got his ass kicked.
He got some licks in, but Brock overpowered him and pretty much laid him out. F5'd him on the steps.
Case, yeah.
So, you know, I'm kind of wondering, do you think they're just doing this just to get him over, to get him like that big, you know, face thing at WrestleMania, or do you think the whole story with that guy saying that, you know, he gave him steroids or whatever have anything to do with it? Because it just seems like that pretty much all the accusation was BS.
Yeah. It's just you're not here, you're not here, I'm here, you. Yeah, I don't know. Talking about the substance?
Yeah.
That steroid guy, complete piece of crap. That steroid guy, I don't believe that. They're trying to make this an interesting story. That's what they're trying to do.
They're changing the narrative.
It's like Brock versus Roman is not, in terms of a WrestleMania match this year, has not been that interesting.
No, it hasn't. It's not one that I'm just like dying to see, because we've already seen it.
Would have been my pick, but we all know that's what's going to happen.
We all know that's how he's gonna.
I'm trying hard to care about this feud, but I don't.
Do you think that they probably should have did like a triple threat with Brock, Roman, and Finn?
Oh.
Brock, Roman, and Finn?
I don't know. How many triple threats would that have been?
There's so many people though that need it. I mean, you got Finn, you got Seth.
I mean, well, Seth already had the title. He had it like a whole year.
But he was good.
And plus, yeah, he was good, but still, I mean, Finn hasn't even gotten his title rematch for when he had to drop it to Seth.
Yeah, Seth, the way, like I said, what it takes is just Brock needs to certify how dominant he is. And those people who last and came back need to come out of the woodwork and just start saying, okay, we're coming again.
I still think a Brock Finn feud would have been great.
It would have been awesome. God, that would have been just awesome. I would pay good money to see that.
I would too. You know, especially if they became demons, you know?
Pretty much.
But maybe, but you know, the Rollins Finn thing has been fun. A way better feud than Roman and Brock, so.
I don't know.
When is Joe coming back?
After WrestleMania.
I think after probably around the same time as Cass.
Yeah.
So pretty much in May. But
or maybe the Monday. Maybe Joe will come back the Monday after maybe.
Yeah, there's already rumors that he's gonna be Roman's first opponent. Spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers.
Why?
Well, you know Brock ain't gonna do. Well, you know Brock ain't gonna do that.
That's assuming that Roman wins.
That's why I said spoilers.
It's a shitty spoiler, man.
But let's get into Ronda Rousey. So apparently, remember back when Triple H said that Ronda was gonna do Raw all the way up to WrestleMania?
No.
You don't?
No, I'm saying no, like that didn't happen.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. But
yeah, I was just trying to agree with you. Yeah, somehow she wasn't there last week.
Yeah,
she was there, but she wasn't there basically.
Pretty much. Actually, during the whole, well, she was there, but she wasn't because when they were doing the Ultimate Deletion, they had her come out, and then they had Dana Brooke come out, and she pretty much beat the crap out of Dana Brooke, which makes
They
no
really need to treat his live audience better. Like, they should have got to see that match, too.
which made no sense since isn't Dana Brooke supposed to be like a face now?
Well, that's why they did it, because it's off camera, so we know when it's off camera, it don't count. And then they ended up showing it on their website anyway, so.
Yeah, but yeah. And then the next night they had her come out with Kurt Angle, and they had Absolution come out, which is
Absolution.
weak as fuck.
They be getting ran over. They been trampled.
You know, Paige coming out trying to get in the Absolution, pretty much declined them. So she had Sonya and Mandy attack her. Kurt pretty much almost copping the field, stopping Mandy for so goddamn.
Why am I not surprised you noticed that?
Huh?
I said, why am I surprised you noticed that?
Well,
Yeah, how
Watch his wrestling.
I watch it. I can pretty much see.
I mean, I didn't notice that. I didn't even think about that until you said it. It was just like, you know,
And
that was a good clothesline though, wasn't it?
yeah, and then Ronda taking out Sonya Deville, and then Ronda catching Mandy and suplex. That did not look like a good suplex though.
Yeah, I wasn't too
It
thrilled.
was more like an MMA move.
Was Sonya supposed to try to catch her or something?
Yeah, I
Because she
think
can't-
so, but I think she can get there in time.
But that's what he was trying to do. She was trying to catch her. But I guess like she put a second too late, or
Ooh.
I think she was trying to. Yeah, it just didn't work out.
And then they had Ronda put her in the armbar, and she had that mean look. You know, they just need to. I gotta say this. They need to do her like they did Brock. They need to put a manager with her and just have her come out, BB, look sexy, kick some ass, and then leave.
Yeah.
That's the only way this is gonna work. This whole nice shit is not gonna work for Ronda Rousey. It's just not.
when she's in the zone, like she had Mandy in that submission move. Those fucking better.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, like,
It's great. It is so. What the fuck was she wearing? Eyeshadow.
I guess so, but
Yeah.
she just needs to be. She's got to be like the female Brock. They need to. Hell, I would say put Lana, or when Brock leaves, put her with Heyman, or have Heyman become.
That's what she wanted. She wanted Brock to be her mouthpiece.
You mean Paul?
That's what I'm saying. She said when Brock leaves, have Paul be her mouthpiece.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like that because she's not good on the mic. I mean, let's be honest. Ronda was not known for her having mic skills. I mean, that's why I was so adamant and still adamant about her using Piper's little gimmick.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I know, Piper gave her permission to use it, but that was in USC. Now I know that to me, it just makes me cringe a little bit because, I know Piper gave her permission, but she's nowhere near Piper when it comes to promos. She's going to have to do something for herself. And from last night, it just seems like, she needs to be treated like Brock Lesnar. Give her a mouthpiece to talk for her for a while. Then, have her do like Brock, come in, kick some ass, then leave. She can say a little thing, but just keep it to a minimum. Let somebody else do the talking for her for a little bit.
And talking is. Sometimes, as we learn from Roman Reigns, sometimes the speech is not all it's cracked up to be.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about Cena and Undertaker.
Oh my God. Okay.
Boy, this is some of the best mic mic work he has done in a while.
This is crazy.
He's pretty much the heel at this point.
Yeah, he's the heel.
The funny thing is, he's spot on about that shit. Because Michelle McCool, that's all she got is take her videos and take her working out. I mean,
he said in the interview one time he wanted to go heel.
It was great, so I don't know.
So
Seems like they're really pushing it.
I don't know what to think about this because, it seemed like he was retired. He did the whole coat and hat thing, and you see like it was pretty much it. It was done for. Now all of a sudden,
He even tried to use that against him, made it about ego.
yeah, he talked about he's turned his back on the people and all that. Calling out Taker and shit. Then having Kane come out.
I'm just sitting there like, okay, Cena, that's enough. I mean, really. You just sound like a guy just yelling for no.
I saw his movie trailer too.
Oh, are you talking about that one with the people from Date Night?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I saw that. While I was watching someone on YouTube, I'm like, seriously?
Crazy.
But I'm not gonna say the one.
John.
But
Johnny boy.
I really do not know what to think about this. Look, the match with Taker and Reigns was just horrible. I mean, there was missed spots and everything.
Yeah, it was
bad. I think if Taker was going to retire, let him retire there. But, if Undertaker thinks that he got one more run in him, by all means let the guy do it. But, it kind of is a little lame that...
Do it judiciously. Do it very judiciously if you're going to do it.
I just don't know if I want, I don't want to see Undertaker do another match after what happened with Reigns. I mean, I don't understand why he would want to do another match because to go off like he did with Reigns was just horrible.
I'll say this for John Cena's case. I think he would easily be able to get through a non-botch match with John Cena.
Maybe. Oh, yeah, and also seeing why in the blue hell when you had that title with Ellen and then cut a promo like you did on Taker after the match with Kane. I'm like, seriously?
Before the match.
Well, huh?
Like the towel, that was before the match, wasn't it?
I know it was before the match, but still.
Well, he goes on Ellen's show a lot. He does stuff like that, like when that time he wore the shorts.
Just keep that shit. Keep that shit in the back.
Huh?
Keep that shit in the back.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize how important it was to watch the team, man. I mean, shit, I got spaced out during that. I just remember steel steps in the table, and I kept thinking, please, for the love of God, do the song or something, and have the ring turn purple. Taker, do something so they can stop this match.
And then him doing the cut throw, which is lame.
It's like, stop it. You're doing exactly what Edge did during his feud with him. It's like you're just copying now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because remember, Edge did that same thing.
Yeah. So and then now they talk about it coming back as Biker Taker. So.
Oh God, does that mean he's gonna come out to American Badass?
Pretty much. I mean, they got Kid Rock. They got Kid Rock, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Now it makes. I don't know. Would you welcome the biker gimmick back?
I wouldn't mind seeing the biker gimmick, but as maybe I liked the biker gimmick, but a lot of people trashed on it.
I didn't think it was bad. I don't know what the hell everybody's talking about.
Like, we were what, like teenagers when that happened?
Yep.
And we weren't scared of Taker, and him switching it up doing the biker thing was to me, it was great.
Yeah, it kind of invited a whole new audience to him.
He had the haircut, the motorcycle, and it's just cool. It was cool. Well, I would welcome in that.
He remind me of like the Hell Rider from Judas Priest. You know what I mean? That song. That's what it was like.
Well,
I think it's not a precursor to Sons of Anarchy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think they would prefer Judas.
I would think I look forward. If that's happening, if I'm taking piece of combat, I'm all for it.
How did they not have Mark guest star on Sons of Anarchy? That would have been great.
I don't know.
How did that not happen? He's actually pretty good on screen. How did that not happen?
I don't guess the guy's a wrestling fan.
Yeah.
But speaking of Judas Priest, I think they would probably have Judas Priest do his intro instead of Kid Rock and Limp Bizkit.
Oh yeah, that'd probably Judas Priest would kill it. Judas
Priest would be great.
That'd be awesome.
Like breaking the law, like
play me something.
Breaking the law. There you go, right there.
Yeah.
I'm so happy WWE gets to copyright these songs because that reputation with Ronda Rousey is just great.
Yeah. But I don't mind seeing the biker taker, but I just don't know where to go with this. I hope before Mania
the fact that he did that last year's Mania with putting the hat and stuff down the middle, he has to be the biker gimmick because you retired the other gimmick. So.
Well, he did. But he did come back for the 25th with Taker.
Huh?
He did come back as the Phenom for the 25th, even though it was the one with the hood.
Yeah, telling them that they can rest in peace, but that was the 25th. I mean, that was special.
I don't know how special that was.
Well, it could have been better. Like,
speaking of
it's bad 1,000.
Speaking of the special, apparently for the 50-man battle royal that's supposed to happen in I think it was Saudi Arabia.
Is it a battle royal or a Royal Rumble?
It's a Royal Rumble. Sorry.
How the hell are you going to do a 50-man Royal Rumble?
It's got to be special for the Saudis.
A 50-man what?
It's a super.
That is way too many.
It will take forever.
It's I guess they're gonna do all the titles on the line for the special. It's gonna be on the network. It's been confirmed. There's not gonna be any.
Triple H fighting Cena.
There's not gonna be any divas because of Saudi Arabia rules and all that bull crap.
Yeah, divas can't be there.
There's supposed to be a Fatal 5 ladder match for the IC belt, and it's like Miz, Joe, Rollins, Balor, and who else?
But here's the good part. Apparently, it's going to be JR and not Michael Cole, but JR and King commentating the whole thing.
Wow.
So there you go.
Wow.
Ain't no way it's going to be like 2 minutes per Royal Rumble person. I think it'll be like 20 seconds.
Pretty much.
But hey, they're taking risks, so this is interesting.
Well, the only thing that got me to want to watch it is that JR and King are going to commentate, and
I want to see how they're going to pull off this Rumble.
Yeah, we shall see.
Or how much of a clusterfuck it's going to be.
That'd be crazy.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
When
is that?
I think it was summer.
Yeah, probably summertime.
I thought it was next month.
Probably. I can't remember the day offhand.
Go
ahead.
No, I was just saying, I just saw some breaking news on Facebook. Apparently, you know how on Tuesday they did a mixed match challenge?
Yeah.
And apparently Bobby Roode's getting a new partner. Apparently Charlotte's hurt.
Damn.
And they just announced on Facebook that she's hurt and that they're going to announce their mismatch challenge. His partner's going to either be, I think, Natalya, Carmella, or Lana.
How bad is it?
Oh.
What the fuck did she do?
No, let's not jump to conclusions yet.
We got a title match coming up.
Well, I'm aware. They just said that he's injured and unable to compete.
Oh boy. Wow.
They
Oh,
didn't say what it was. Well, yeah, WWE posted it.
Jeez.
The WWE is not released details on the injury.
It's like
She didn't work the weekend live event either.
this is like a couple days ago. They said that AJ got hurt.
Yeah, they need to take AJ off the road. This match is too much money. They need to take him off the road.
Well, they say he's still okay to wrestle at Mania, but then people say like they want to make a triple threat match with him, Shinsuke, and Jinder Mahal. I'm like, fuck no,
don't
like,
do that.
Fuck no.
No, that would be a disaster. I would implore them not to do something so foolish. What they need to do is just take AJ off the road if they haven't already, and just sit his ass down comfortably for the next 2 weeks. Just let him sit on his ass the next 2 weeks. He doesn't even need to do exercise. Just let him sit on his ass the next 2 weeks. He needs to chill.
I hope this is good. I really hope that God this ain't true and it's just a work so they don't.
Well, the AJ injury is a work. The AJ injury I found out was a work, but the
Not AJ. I'm talking about the
Charlotte.
the Charlotte. Yeah, Charlotte. I don't know what.
About the Charlotte. Yeah, I'm hoping that's the work just because they won't have her and Oscar in the final of the mixed match challenge. I'm just hoping that's all that is. But
Pretty
the
much.
rest of
They
it,
probably
like Neil.
It may be.
It may be a work. Yeah.
But
You know, like the winner of tonight's match is supposed to fight Miz and Oscar in the final, and you know.
I was wondering, like, how is this gonna work? If Oscar wins the title, then that means oh yeah, we got to talk about this. So with Oscar going out to Charlotte, they pretty much made it official that Nia Jax is gonna face Alexa Bliss.
Yeah.
And they did the whole fat shaming storyline again.
Yeah.
I don't understand why Mickey James would be involved in that. Mickey James, you know.
She's a heel now. She can pretty much do that.
And when is it out of the blue? Or like when they're pointing at her, she's good at Bliss.
Huh?
And when they're pointing for beating Bliss.
Yeah, they flip flop that before the elimination change.
Like, I feel like I'm watching a fifth-rate version of Meat Girl.
Yeah.
That's what they're going for.
And then like, and nobody believes this shit. We know Bliss and Jax are best friends. I mean,
Corey Graves brought that up though. Said it was like Mean Girls. Corey Graves brought it up.
I mean, that's what John. Because I follow them both on Twitter, Instagram. They hang out all the time. I have a hard time believing this shit because they really are best.
They are. They're like they appeared on some talk shows together. They're the real. They're
Steve Harvey.
Yeah, they're really best friends. They were on Steve Harvey.
Are you serious?
They both of them showed up on Steve Harvey together.
Oh god.
You're like,
I'm sure it's gonna be a good match, but you know.
Please tell me it wasn't as stupid as I think it was.
Felt very bad afterwards having to say that shit.
well, I mean, Steve just interviewed them and they told them about life on the road and everything, and
I don't understand. I don't understand why she had to make it fat shaming. I mean, you know, you could have just said she was just a lousy friend or something. You have to bring the fat into it.
It's WWE, man. What you
they're trying to dig.
It's like 1 minute they're Stardust, next thing you know, back down.
They're trying to dig.
Yeah, so
They're trying to get some heat going.
But back to that, yeah.
well, looking at this scenario, if Asuka wins and Nia wins, Carmella's pretty much screwed. Because no way she's going to be able to use that money in the bank unless WWE does.
Where's the pitch?
Huh?
It's up in June, right?
I think June.
This is what I think could happen. Okay, if they were to choose to allow Charlotte to defeat Asuka at WrestleMania, I think I can almost guarantee you Carmella's cashing in and winning. I guarantee you that's going to happen.
Asuka?
No, I'm saying if Asuka gets beat, Carmella's going to become champion
Yeah,
immediately.
The scenario is they get so hard in that match, like Charlotte just slowly gets the win. It's like you barely move. Then you're gonna hear SAB, however so fast. Then she's gonna do it.
Yep. I think if Charlotte wins,
The only way that's gonna work
I mean, it's almost guaranteed. If Charlotte wins, if Charlotte beats Asuka, she's losing that title immediately. Because as soon as that happens, you know who's coming. I mean, she's coming down there. Because
I mean, you don't. I mean, do you really want two failed Money in the Bank in a row?
no, they're not. No, she's going to get that belt if she cashes
not
in.
that she's like the first woman. They're not gonna let her lose.
No, she's gonna cash in.
She's gonna win the title.
I think what's going to happen is that and this is the one scenario I've always said I didn't have a problem with. If Charlotte beats Asuka, it's credible. I can buy that. But if it happens, then yeah, if they're going to do the cash in, do it good. Don't make it unbelievable. Do it good. Let her hit her with something. Don't just run in there and cover. Let her hit her with something. She's got to come in and put her down. Put her down. Don't just go in for some weak cover. Put her down. Like, really put her down. Or if she's out, if she's just flat out, you can't just run there cover. No, get her up. Put her in the Coleman's eyes. Something. Do something. Don't just cover her. Please don't just cover her. That would be ridiculous. Unless it's like Asuka just roundhouse kicked her or some shit, and then I'm just like, okay, she hit the knockout roundhouse. Charlotte's.
Talk about knockout. She fucking knocked that girl out Monday.
Oh yeah, that was bad. Yeah, that was really bad. Shout out to Drew Hedgebeth. Look out, girl. Don't get in there with Asuka.
But it's just, like you said, if Charlotte does win, that's the only way I can see Carmella cashing in the money, because ain't no way in hell you gonna make me believe that she has a chance against Nia.
That's here's the thing. Nia Jax is it's almost like what would you say the percentages of her walking out of WrestleMania with the title?
I would say a good 80% chance that she'll walk out.
We're about 80%.
I mean, because let's
85.
be honest, do you really think by herself that Alexa Bliss?
That's really the only title change I'm sure of at this point.
I mean, can you really say that there's a way that Alexa Bliss can beat Nia Jax that's not too goofy and not believable?
True. I think this is the scenario. If Nia...
She's got a shot.
Really? Carmella could cash in. Couldn't she cash in for the Raw Women's title?
That's what I was saying.
Oh, yeah, you're right. So we have another situation here. If Alexa wins...
What if Nia wins and she's really got a bad knee or something, and if Alexa Bliss maybe attacks her behind and then get your SAP,
If Alexa wins, though, I think if Alexa wins, I think Carmella's coming for her, because Carmella's going to be looking for for tired bodies. That's what she's going to be looking for. She's going to be looking for tired bodies. She ain't going to be looking to take out. She ain't going to be looking to pin Asuka or Nia. She's going to be looking for them blondes.
Right.
Well, we're going to end it. Let's get two more topics. We heard that this week some of the abductors, as we heard about Hillbilly Jim 1 and Hoyton Dudley, that's not official yet. But what we heard was official is that Ivory will be inducted by Molly Holly. The Dudleys will be
inducted next year.
I'm with you on that one. Edge and Christian will induct the Dudley boys. And one of the strangest ones.
Right quick. Ain't that crazy that Edge and Dudley are going to be there, but not Christian in that Hall of Fame? I mean, eventually he's going to have to get in there, right?
Yeah, they will. Eventually.
Well, they'll probably put him in with Edge.
Yeah, Captain Charisma will be there
as a tag team.
You don't think he can do it by himself?
To be
most of that happened in TNA.
Now, do not take this as me putting down Christian. I think he's first ballot Hall of Famer. But in Vince's eyes and all the bull crap that Vince put him through, I don't see that Vince is going to put him in there for the stuff that he did in WWE. I mean, it'll be a long, long while.
I'll tell you how it happens. If Vince, which could happen at any time.
I would say this: he would get in for Edge and Christian before he get in as a singles.
I think so. Yeah, I mean that's a given. That's a given. I think, but I'll tell you this: situations could change quickly. A lot of people who wouldn't normally be Hall of Famers would end up being Hall of Famers, which it almost happened last year. Well, Vince had put an offer out on the table for the TNA library, if you guys remember. If he had gotten that, I think a lot of things would have been flipped because WWE would have to include it in their universe per se. But I think unless that happens, then yeah, he's only going to be in as a tag team wrestler. I mean, unless they get the team, and I can see why they would want it too, because you got Samoa Joe now, you got AJ, you got guys that
because they want to do like DVD stills on AJ. And
it'd be worth it. I mean, they would make all that money back instantly. I mean, if they paid a good sum of money for it, they'd make all the money back. They'd almost triple their profits because everybody would want that whole collection.
Pretty much. And one of the most shocking ones is Paul Heyman is going to induct Goldberg, which kind of startled me because I would think like maybe DDP would induct Goldberg
or Eric Bischoff.
Bischoff or Brock himself. It would have been something.
But I mean, I can see that though because look, Heyman. Nobody could give an introductory for a big, strong, menacing guy like Paul Heyman could. Paul Heyman made Goldberg into $1 million in an introduction. I mean, geez, he's gonna be talking about. No one could have possibly predicted the destruction that this man caused in his win streak, the original win streak, ladies and gentlemen. You know how he is. He will get everybody.
Paul Heyman impression?
It's totally nowhere near good, but I just did my best.
Okay. It's like you got to be like, bring it into the band, come in the streak, and the streak, let WCW on fire.
Yeah, you have to have some more spit in it, and you have to really work that jaw.
On fire, and then it was and he tried to do it again. It's like that.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, Big D, your turn.
Oh my God.
Come on, let's hear it.
He wants to hear you do a Heyman. He wants to see can you do a Heyman impression.
I can't do it now because I'm battling a cold.
So
oh yeah. My impersonation.
Come on.
I can't do it.
Everybody.
I'm sorry. We have to wait till the next episode for that because I'm battling a cold.
He's gonna hold you to
that.
No worry yet about that.
Oh.
It's official, like Road Dogg is.
Oh.
Okay, that makes sense.
Well,
I thought for sure it would have been AJ, but I guess Road Dogg, Jesse James.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean it was one or the other.
Yeah.
Oh, and then you guys talk about
the roadie.
Who's done in Kid Rock?
Not Kid Rock, the new inductee.
Who? I thought Mark Henry.
Mark Henry.
Oh yeah, that's great. Is Daniel Bryan doing it?
Oh yeah, we gotta talk about Mark Henry getting inducted.
Yeah, that's what I said. Mark, how about that? Mark Henry going in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Now, who saw that coming?
I didn't see it coming this early.
It is early.
But Mark deserves it. His run with the Nation, Sexual Chocolate.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that he took Sexual Chocolate and just ran with it, I mean, really could have done without the whole Mae Young thing, but,
that was awful.
And then, having some of the longest dreadlocks ever.
The China one I could do, but not the
China
one was good. I like the China one.
Except for the whole thing with the training and all that.
Yeah, that.
And then, had all that with, and then the shots, one of the biggest shots when he beat Orton for the belt.
Yeah.
No,
that was great.
He did one of the biggest swerves in WWE history though, because you remember when he came out?
Oh my God, that speech!
You remember when he came out?
I thought for sure it was legit.
Remember when he came out and he was going? Because I really thought it was going down too. He had me going on that one. That got everybody.
I was getting emotional. Like, my God.
First of all, the suit he wore. I think it was like a pink suit. And then he come out there with Cena and did all this, and you like really feel it. And the next thing you know, wham, world's strongest.
I mean, it looked legit. It looked like he was legit. That was legit. I mean, that joint looked legitimate. It looked like he was legitimately out there to retire. We're like, we're all right.
This man ended up in a Tyler Perry movie is beyond me.
Another good moment was when you remember when they were doing the whole unification of the World Heavyweight and the WWE title, and they had all the champions in there. They had Berto, CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, I think Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, Mark Henry in there. And,
Oh yeah. Swagger. We all thought, what the hell is Swagger doing there?
yeah, and when the audience was, cheering for Daniel Bryan, and Triple H was making that comment about, "See, you brought your family," and Mark Henry lifted up Daniel Bryan's head,
Yeah.
and he was,
He couldn't help but embrace it.
but he was like acknowledging Daniel Bryan and shit like that. I thought that was pretty cool.
That was cool. He said, "You know what? This dude is the man." He said, "You know what? This guy's getting it."
But I'm happy for
And
Mark.
of course, the other great highlight. I mean, hands down, one of the best theme songs ever.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah.
3-6 Mafia, just great.
I'm wondering. I would say either Farouk or Godfather induct them in, but
Oh, is that Mark?
yeah.
Farouk or maybe D'Lo Brown. Him,
I can totally
D'Lo,
see Ron Simmons doing it.
Ron Simmons,
It'd be really cool if The Rock did it, but
The Rock.
like that table for three that table for three when he bought gifts for Ron Simmons, Mark Henry, Godfather.
Yeah.
But don't you remember D'Lo Brown was the one that came out with
They
him?
never puts me in his damn movies.
Yeah, I know D'Lo
What if
Brown.
like Mark and Godfather got watches and Ron Simmons got a picture of The Rock?
Oh yeah.
That was great. It
Yeah.
would be really cool. I mean, sure, Ron and Godfather would be great, but have New Day do it.
Oh yeah.
New Day do it. Yeah, New Day does need a do-over because of that whole thing with the Von Erichs.
Yeah, I just think that'd be pretty cool if New Day came out there and then they got on serious. You start playing the nation music.
What was it? The Von Erichs or was it the Freebirds?
Oh, Freebirds who did that.
No, was they the ones that were ended up the Freebirds?
Yeah, what? Talking about what?
Because like remember, the Von Erichs he had said something about kind of like they were gay or something. And Biggie had to correct them or some shit on
I think that was Von Erich that said that.
I know it was Von Erich, but I'm like, was it during the Freebirds induction to the Hall of Fame? Because
I
like,
remember.
I don't fucking remember.
because I think like the New Day pretty much they inducted the Freebirds, didn't they?
I think so.
I think so.
I think it was them. Yeah.
But anyway,
I think so.
but congratulations to Mark Henry. He deserves it.
Yeah, very cool, very cool. I wonder if that means maybe that's going to be the new thing. Like next year, going to start inducting people a little bit sooner. You know?
Yeah. Well, they lose them. I think after Hillbilly Jim, that pretty much everybody from Hogan's Rock and Wrestling. Not the era, but pretty much everybody that was in the cartoon that's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. The Rock and Wrestling
I
group.
think so.
The Rock and Wrestlers. I mean, that's everybody. I mean,
All they got now is Bruce BK.
Good. Damn, man, you went back on that.
they got Mr. T and all of them already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only person left out is Cyndi Lauper, but I don't think
She won't do it.
She won't. She doesn't want to get into the Hall of Fame
She won't do it.
for some reason. I mean,
Well,
do you think she's gonna cave in?
This is the same woman who had a problem with that song "We Are the World."
Do you
Remember?
think she's gonna cave in like Mr. T did?
She was the one who had the problem with that song.
Yeah. They all said she was the one that complained about the song. She said she didn't like the music to it. But then they like because she was the only one that complained about the actual arrangement, and it was what's the name? Who the producer who exposed her.
Well,
I know Karita.
Well, he talked a lot of shit because not only did Dad, but he also got mad at Prince.
Yeah.
He outed Prince.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, because then they didn't even ask Prince.
They did ask him, and Prince said that he would write a song. If you ever heard the
They
song,
said Prince was shot. He said Prince was like
no, what happened was
Prince went
Prince. They asked Prince, and Prince said that he didn't want to do it, but
Yeah.
he would write a song, and it's called "Tears in Your Eyes." If you got the B-side hits album, it's
Yeah.
on there.
Yeah, they put it on there.
And that was the song that he was doing for them. But he had gotten into an altercation with somebody at a club, and then the dude went on, I think it was Entertainment Tonight, on one of those shows, and
Yeah.
he pretty much badmouthed him and said that he didn't want to do it, and pretty much called Prince out for it.
Yeah. Yeah. It was crazy though, because he there was a lot of heat on Prince for that, because he wouldn't do it with them all, you know. Lionel Rich and all of them, it was pretty pissed. Everybody was pretty mad.
Yeah. But we're gonna end the show because it was
one more thing, since we just went random there with that Prince thing. I just say one more quick thing, and I don't know if y'all saw on Facebook. You guys seen the new Avengers Infinity War trailer, right?
Oh yeah.
oh
Well,
boy.
they did this thing. Someone on Facebook posted this little. Well, it's not the new trailer, but the first one, and it kind of changed it with they had the same words, but replaced it with WWE superstars. It had Brock the Ultron, and I think Cena with Thor, and Seth Rollins with like Iron Man, whatever, right? And at the end of it, at the end of that first trailer, Thor looks at the Guardians of the Galaxy and says, "Who the hell are you guys?"
Mhm.
In this WWE fan trailer, they had Cena do the Thor thing. Who the hell you guys? Who the hell you guys? And then it turns right to the Bullet Club.
Nice.
Oh, this is great. God, wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah. But
That's why I throw that out there. Because we haven't really talked about Infinity War yet.
well, yeah, wait for the movie. You got like a few weeks. But let's end the show with this. I knew when I saw this trailer that Daniel was probably going to have an opinion about it because he's pretty much into the Karate Kid. I have not seen it yet. I got it on my Netflix thing to watch.
You ever seen Karate Kid?
Nope.
Oh, it's a classic.
Jesus Christ, man.
It's a classic movie. It's
I haven't
one of
watched that or the second one.
It's
so,
it's an
but
American.
But I am watching. I am going to watch it.
I will say this here. I will go on record
But
saying
let
this
me
here.
finish.
Go ahead. Yeah.
But if you saw your YouTube, they are bringing it back for the YouTube Red. What was the group called? The Cobra.
The Cobra Kai movie.
Yeah, and basically looks like it's going to be a redeeming story of the guy that got his ass beat by Daniel, son.
Yeah.
Johnny, his name's Johnny.
Yes, thank you.
Put him in a body bag. Yeah.
Sweep the leg, Johnny. Sweep the leg.
Yeah.
But
What kind of man are you? How you not seen the Karate Kid? It's like, boy, we grew up on the Karate Kid.
It was awesome. But anyway.
Go ahead, continue. I'm sorry.
so saw the trailer and. Like I said, it's gonna be looks like it's gonna be a redeeming movie for him. And
I think it's a show.
it's a show.
It's an actual show.
I thought it was a show.
It's a show.
Yeah, but anyway, the only gripe I have with it is it seems like it's gonna make Danielson look like the bumbling idiot.
You gotta understand, at the time, we were very impressed with him, but if you watch the movie now, Ralph Macchio doesn't really know shit about karate.
But don't you think they kept?
Well, this series is really playing on the fact that people have theorized that the movie tricks you. The original movie tricks you into believing that Daniel-san is the protagonist, when in fact fan theories are starting to prove that he was really the antagonist the whole time.
You're the karate expert. 9 times out of 10, would the crane really work?
No.
Okay? That's a real movie trick, baby.
There's the only way the crane would work is if you just like did it quick enough to where nobody was on guard. But if somebody's actually facing you and you do the crane, it's not going to work.
Because when you see the movie, the way he did it, that doesn't work. He would have caught it, right?
He would have moved out of the way. It's so easy to dodge. That kick, for him to move in.
In part two, that guy caught it,
what I'm saying. Yeah, it's like, that's what I'm saying. It would never work. Like, the only reason he caught him there is because I could buy the fact that he caught him in that because of the hysteria at the time. They were in like this kind of radical 80s hysteria zone where the dude was so over the top. So he just leans in. He just edges in, and then he kicks him in the face. But I'm just saying, there's no way that worked. The time it took to throw the kick is too long. It takes way too long to throw that kick. Like, it's like we're talking like quarter seconds make huge differences. That actually do the shuffle, they actually bring your knee up and kip your knee up to kick. That kick would never work. Anybody would move out of the way. It's just like
the way they got the trailer set up, where you watch it how he ran to it and then just lie there on the floor and then they shut it through and then like like Jonathan Daniels like he kicked his ass. I'm like, well, technically I kicked his face. Was like, it's funny when he's like, kid movies because there's a fight. They're beating the crap out of Daniel.
And then it's illegal. Headshots are supposed to be illegal in those things. He pulled an illegal move.
Yeah.
But
wait, really?
The crane is illegal. In actual karate and taekwondo tournaments, unless you're doing like full contact, no holds barred tournaments, like from the 1970s, unless like bare knuckle and barefooted headshots haven't been legal in competition since the 70s. I mean, come on, that's like something like yeah, you could do the crane kick and kick somebody in the face with it back in 1973. I think it was up to maybe 1975 you could do that jump.
Well, I don't know. I wasn't born then.
I understand, but look at going back to that trailer. It like the guy playing Johnny looks like a real badass.
Well,
was it the same guy that played him in the movie?
Yeah, this is the same guy.
Yeah, I think so.
He looks like a fifth-rate Jeremy Renner, you know.
But they're good. They're good stories. They're all the Karate Kid movies are good stories. Even the more recent ones, they're all good.
I'm interested that they're. I think it's cool that they're doing it in reverse. Like he's telling his story, and he's going to be training kids. And
I'm surprised you said it because a lot of people shit on the third one and the one with Jaden Smith.
I'll clear this up.
I mean, you want to believe Johnny's the good guy, but he's still kind of an asshole.
Yeah.
I love that part.
Yeah.
I love that part during the trailer. Because remember, Miyagi did that wax on, wax off.
Yeah.
And the kids watching Johnny's window and say, "How do you want me to do this?" He goes like, "I don't give a shit."
Yeah.
It's like we're not doing the wax on, wax off shit, okay?
That's great.
Like you don't learn karate from washing a car. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true.
Just wash the damn car. Just like you don't learn karate using chopsticks to catch a fly.
He was wrong before. But good Lord, I don't know, man. But I'll say this.
I think we just ruined one of the greatest movies of the '80s.
Baby, I'll say this, man. You may hear bad things about the Karate Kid movies, and yeah, they in terms of the lingo in the movies and stuff, it doesn't hold up well for if you're trying to be hip. But I'll say this. These movies, all of them are very enjoyable. They're all very enjoyable. Every single one is very enjoyable.
Including the James Smith one and
yes,
the third one.
It's very good. The Jaden Smith one is actually really excellent. People the heat on that one, and even those who liked it have heat on it because it is about Kung Fu. It's not about karate. It's about Kung Fu.
I'm going to take my last note, and it's kind of a swipe at UC Kid what I'm about to say here.
Yeah.
The one great thing about the Karate Kid movies,
yeah,
no one has a ninja certificate card.
Oh my God. Folks, if you don't know what we're talking about the Richard Harrison ninja movies from the 1980s. They're well known because, well, they call them the Richard Harrison movies, but they're actually movies where white Englishmen play ninjas, and they have these colorful costumes on. And I'm sure you guys have seen them in the bargain bin.
Afros.
Huh?
John McEnroe afros.
Yeah, like afros and stuff, and they're wearing these colorful ninja outfits, and which is not ninja at all. They stand out like
I watched like 5 minutes of that shit with you. I can't do this shit. It's horrible.
I know, that was the whole point. You have to watch the first 5 minutes just to see how crazy it is. They have a ninja challenge card.
If you feel like Karate Kid sucks, watch this movie. And you're gonna think the Karate Kid is the fucking Godfather.
Oh yeah, but no, they're all good. Even the next Karate Kid was good. It's all good.
Even the one with Will Smith's kid.
Yeah, it's good. It's very good. Yeah, like one is just gold. It's really good. It's a real touching story. One is a good story. Two is like a manhood story. Two is about being a man. Three is the cold hard truth of it. Three is just the cold hard.
Like the Nightwing one where Robin broke away from Batman. That's kind of like what part 3 is.
Three. I'll say this. Three has one. Three is worth watching because the main villain, is so over the top. You just can't take your eyes off him. He's the main villain, huh?
And then the part at the end when Daniel started doing that dance.
Yeah. He's like the main villain of the third one is. It's like he's a martial arts master on cocaine 24/7. It's awesome. He's totally over the top. He's crazy, and he has this crazy evil laugh. It's awesome. It's worth watching. The one with what was it? Jennifer Lawrence. The one.
No, that was Hillary Swank.
Yeah, Hillary Swank. The one with Hillary Swank is worth watching. The one with Hillary Swank is worth watching because it's just there's so much quotable stuff, and plus you get to see the monks at the temple do Zen bowling. That's worth watching for that one. The Jaden Smith one is worth watching because it's just damn good. It's a good movie. It's a damn good movie, and Jackie Chan does an excellent job in it.
Yeah.
It's worth watching.
Huh? The best part of that movie.
And they're making a sequel. They're making Karate Kid 2. It's on IMDb. They're in production.
Well, are you gonna subscribe to YouTube Red and watch it?
Probably.
I'll check it out.
I'll check it out, Tim.
Yeah.
Hey, we all three agree on something good.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Well, that'll do it for us today. I would thank California Kid and Pipe. Please like, subscribe, tell a friend, and have a nice day.
Bye.
Peace out, guys.